Hey guys, Meredith with ExtremeTerrain.com, and today we're checking out the Red Rock Goliath grill with the LED DRL and turn signals, fitting all 2018 and newer JL Wranglers without the trail cam equipped. This will add a very unique and intimidating look to the front and will be functional with integrated lighting if you wanted to not only stand apart from other angry grills out there, but also want to be more noticed when you're driving at night. Switching up your grill isn't for every Jeep owner, but it's definitely for those who want to drastically change the front end styling, and this Goliath grill is going to do exactly that. This will have a pretty one-of-a-kind look to the grill with a lot of angular styling here, the mean upper brow and the triple vented midsection that will maintain, if not increase, head-on airflow. One of those features that really makes this grill stand out though is the accent lighting on either side, as you can see here. These will have two fiber optic style strips that will consist of bright white LEDs, but this specific grill will tie into your turn signals and include an amber switchback feature, so whenever you hit your turn signal, one or both of them are going to flash depending on if you hit the turn signal or your hazards. Now that will be sure to boost the styling and make your Jeep incredibly noticeable during the day and especially while you're driving at night. This will be made of a durable injection molded ABS plastic construction and will come in an unpainted finish, exactly how you see it here on the table. So you can either keep the matte black, which some people prefer for a black accented look, or you can paint it to match your Jeep's color code. Now the LEDs will also be efficient and effective with a long lifespan and an incredibly bright build. Everything also will be very straightforward when it comes to the install. It's not going to require any cutting or modification, and it even comes with a wiring harness. You do have to do a little bit of minor wiring, but it's nothing intimidating, and we'll show you how to install that so you can get this up and running properly. This will come in at roughly $250, which is pretty on par for other grills like it, but this is going to stand out, especially with the added features. Now this will include the additional accent lighting and the turn signal function, which a lot of other options don't have, which will take it to the next level if you specifically want a grill that's going to come with those extra features and tie into functional lighting that's already in your Jeep. Now choosing a grill does come down to your preference and style, but what I will say is that if you're in search of that mean look to the front of your Wrangler and you want to integrate some lighting in the meantime to stand out from the rest, then this is going to be a fantastic option. Install here will be a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you about 2 hours to get the job done with some basic hand tools. Like I said, there is some minor wiring. However, at this point we can check out a customer's install. They have put this on their Jeep at home and are going to walk you through what the details of the install look like step by step. So that is going to wrap it up for my review. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
In this video, we'll be using a microfiber cloth, a panel removal tool, some isopropyl alcohol, some pliers, a flathead screwdriver, a wrench, 10mm, and a wire stripper / crimper tool. So we're going to start by taking out the push clips of the original grill with the pry tool. Now when you have all of them off, you should be able to pull this off the top, and then you want to pull away from the vehicle as it's being held on right down here. And here we go. Next we're going to be attaching these backing panels to the top of the grill using the provided Christmas tree clips. There's 4 per side, but I broke 2 trying to put it in before, testing it out. But there are 4 for each side. Mine don't seem to align perfectly, so that's why I'm having trouble putting this one on. Next, we'll see that these come tie wrapped. You want to tie them just so later you can reach them when you're connecting them to the turning signals. There are some clips provided to clean up the wiring as you wish. I'm not going to do that at the moment, but the harness has two sides for the daytime running lights. There's a long one and a short one. You want to connect the long one to the left side and the shorter one to the right side because we're going to be running it towards the battery side, so towards the right side, the passenger side. There's two prongs you want, and a little lock. You want to connect it towards the little divot side. These are the clips that come with it if you want to clean up the wiring. For the sake of this video, I won't be. Now we're going to put the grill back on the car. Make sure to get the wires out of the way. I'm going to run them around the top or the bottom, wherever they fall. Make sure they don't get caught. These vampire clips. Apply pressure down here. Get this part out of the way. Now we're gonna run it through here towards the fuse box. Now you're going to want to replace those push clips with the one supply. Make sure just to set it up just like so. And then push down all the way once it's in. After installing the grill, you want to take some isopropyl alcohol and a microfiber cloth and swipe the top right here. It's going to be applying this weather strip. Kind of measure it out first, see where I want to start. Get a good idea. Do a nice firm push. Draw off the strip. Make sure it's stuck. You want to run the wires through here, upper part of the grill. I want to hide it a little bit, so I'm going to run it through here. And under this. And we're coming here to the fuse box. Specifically the F28 location. If there is a fuse located there already, you want to replace one of the fuses here with the fuse that's here. We can use my fuse box has this tool to grab the fuse, which I'm going to use to take out this fuse. And replace one of these with the fuse. From the fuse box. Next, we want to connect these. Right here. Very little wire, so I want to strip the wire a little bit to get better connection. And I also want to take some of this off because we're going to be grounding this black wire over here. I exposed the wire a little bit here, so I want to kind of get rid of this. Strip some of this back. And you're going to want to crimp this together right here. Make sure a good connection. Forgot to mention before, this black wire, the grounding wire, is going to go to chassis right here. The kit didn't come with this, but I bought some weatherproof ring terminals, so there's a better contact on the chassis. You could just wrap it around the screw and screw it on like that, but I wanted a better connection. 10mm bolt. Take this off. On that black, turn the screw back like that. And that should be it for the daytime running lights. Here's a better view. So once you splice into it successfully, there's a little lock right here that you'll just close completely and place the light bulb right back inside. This is back right here. Right up here, push pin right back here. So after wiring the grill to the turning signal on the one side, it's the same instructions on the opposite side.
So that's going to wrap it up for my review and the install of the Red Rock Goliath grill with the LED DRL and turn signals, fitting all 2018 and newer JL Wranglers without the trail cam equipped. And you can find this right here at extremeterrain.com.